What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Hey man, before we get into anything in this video, make sure that you like and share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get all updates. Hit the post notification bell. All right, y'all, let's get into it. For those of y'all that have been following my channel for a while, y'all know sometimes these copyright infringement cases come along. We get artists that come out and say that another big artist stole their idea, stole their song, ran off and recreated it. Today, we got one of those stories that kind of hit ahead, okay? So there's a Queens, New York rapper by the name of, let me make sure I say her name correctly, okay? Her name is Swinderella, right? From Queens, New York. And she's accusing Diddy, Mr. Take That himself, of stealing one of her songs called Act Bad. They're both from New York. I don't know, this song might have been circulating in some of the clubs. Some of the DJs might have been playing it. Maybe the video circulated. I think she's got over 100,000 views on YouTube. So it's very possible that somebody in Diddy's camp may have heard this record. I'm not going to say that it's not possible, right? Because New York has its scene, but it's not like a million motherfuckers out there. It's not like Atlanta, right? So when something starts catching on, I'm quite sure it starts to maneuver through the streets. Well, Swinderella's team definitely believes that Diddy and his people heard this record. They say, attention, the industry will really send people to bite your whole entire swag. You never know who's watching you. They're not creative enough. They're not organic enough. She says Swinderella did Act Bad 2 years ago. She was just in the We Go Up with Nicki Minaj and Fabio. Listen, I don't know who did their homework, but damn, you even stole the intro aesthetic. And the funny part is we need something fire for the video, and I came up with that intro in 5 seconds. This is why I tell people doing music, keep working. The industry will be nothing without the underdogs. Swindy, you're next. The mainstream steal from the underdogs. They already stole. Let's get into something, child. What's next? Now, as far as this statement is concerned, I totally agree. The big dogs in the industry, the big artists, the songwriters that are feeding the big artists, yeah, they need fuel. They need to know what's going on in the streets. They need to know what people are saying. So a lot of these songs, if you really pay attention, most of the songs that end up having people come out and say somebody stole it is because you're using slang that's bubbling in your area. You're using localized slang, act bad, let's get it. Stuff like this, these little phrases, and you turn them into repetitive phrases, act bad, act bad, act bad. It's going to be 30,000 people from your city with that same idea because y'all are pulling from the same consciousness. You're not coming up with something original. Act bad, excuse me. Didn't the City Girls bring act bad to the forefront? So this is why I don't want to go hard on Swinderella in particular because, hey, it's very possible the song could have been swiped. But the problem is when you pull these slogans, you go and put them on a t-shirt, you go and start making it the theme of your Instagram and your social media, right? But you got all these people in the same city or in the same region that are saying this exact same phrase, and they're not getting it from you specifically, right? It's coming because of a collective consciousness. This is what's in right now. This is the phrase we're all using. Everybody wants to say, period, poo, you know what I mean? Or period, period, period. At some point, you gotta give credit to the originator. Who was the first person to say it? Who was the first person to do XYZ? You gotta give it to that person. You can't be the 30th person in a line and then be like, oh, they stole that from me. Nah, dog, that ain't how this shit work. And I'm going to issue a challenge out there for all the songwriters and the artists out there. Come up with something that's actually complex. It doesn't have to be like over the top, but come up with something that actually takes a little bit of thought. Come up with something that takes you more than 2 seconds in the booth to come up with like, oh, I'm going to do that. I understand catching lightning in a bottle is hard, but that's the task of being an artist. That's the task of being a musician. That's the task of being an entertainer. You got to understand. Do something that can't nobody else do. And if you do it, then you can match it up and say, look, nobody else did this shit. Nobody else made a song like this. Nobody else spoke this particular phraseology. Nobody else spoke bootylicious, bling, bling, right? We've seen examples of people that came up with some shit that was totally original and became its own thing. And anything that came after it that used it was derivative. Act Bad, that's the one you want to pull? And I hate to do this, I really do, because I'm an artist. I'm always on the side of artists, especially for independent artists. I be wanting to advocate and go up for y'all, but it's so hard because y'all be so sensitive and y'all be delusional to a degree. Again, I'm not aiming this at Swinderella, but she is the topic of the video, so she falls under the category. I'm sorry. It does not make sense to me. Now, when it comes to the video, because they accuse Diddy of actually stealing the video concept as well. I see people in the comments saying, oh, he stole the aesthetic with the neon lights. My dog, what video have y'all seen in hip hop within the last probably 5 years that does not have the same elements and aesthetic? Right? Niggas be standing outside, the sky be turning blue, purple, yellow, green, and it's a fucking 1,000 of these videos. You in a studio, everybody's studio got the motherfucking RBG LED lights. How is that an original thought? I'm not saying it don't look good. I'm not saying it's not dope. I'm just saying if you do it and another motherfucker do the same thing, how can you say, oh, you stole that idea from me? When it's a million videos on YouTube with everybody doing the same shit, pulling from the same aesthetic, pulling from the same motherfucking closet. How you gonna say I got an original outfit, but I got it from the same closet as everybody else? The shit don't make sense, bro. This is why when I do interviews and people be like, what's your advice for upcoming artists? It's like, man, take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Take a long, hard evaluation on yourself. Are you really an artist? Are you really artistic? Are you really creative? Right? Is this really what you want to do? Are you trying to dedicate 10, 15 years of unpaid work in your life to possibly get on? Because if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to put the work forth, if you're not willing to put the creativity forth, be original, piggybacking off of some shit and then trying to say somebody took it from you is craziness. It's mental illness for real. And a lot of artists are delusional. I just had a motherfucker jump in my inbox today saying he needed help with promoting his music. I said, hey, you could book a consultation with me or you could read my books. He said, I want promotion and advertising. I ain't trying to read a book. My nigga, if you read a book, you might not need to come to me looking for promotion and advertising, right? You could go to school and learn this shit. You could take courses and learn this shit. You don't want to do the real work. You want to take shortcuts and want to ask people for help. But you don't want to compensate the people that you asking for help. Again, take a hard look at yourself and evaluate yourself. Are you really cut out for this shit? Are you really equipped for what comes with this? Is there a copyright on Act Bad? Did you trademark Act Bad? If you did none of those things, how are you going to say somebody stole it from you? Oh, and the most important thing, from what I heard on both of these songs, shit's is ass. They both trash. So you mean to tell me one song is trash, the other one recycled it and became trash, and now we just gotta live with it? Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments, man. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, man. I hate to go so hard on you, Swinderella, but I got to say it, because if nobody else will, I'm gonna be the one to do it. Much love, respect. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Peace. Beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the content. Make sure that you're liking and sharing these videos. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the post notification bell so you get all updates. For all of my artists, my artist managers, songwriters, producers, etc. If you need a little bit of extra help with your career, man, make sure that you visit pengameelite.com, okay? That's my website and my community for all upcoming rising music creators. I got 2 books on there, the Pen Game Portfolio Volume 1 and 2. They're going to give you a lot of insights into the music industry, how to monetize your career, how I make my money off of music, because I am a full-time artist outside of doing YouTube videos. If you need some direct help, you can also book a consultation with me on the Pen Game Elite website. And I also have a Pen Game Elite membership. The free tier gives you access to all of these videos that I post on YouTube and a community of people where you can engage. But I do have the membership plus, okay? You can join that for $50 a month or $500 a year, and I will actually go in and do all of the grunt work for you. If you're not registering your songs on your PROs, if you're not with Song Trust or the MLC, if all your collection agencies and all of that stuff are not up to par car or up to date, I will go in there and update all of that for you. If you need help uploading your music to a distributor like DistroKid, United Masters, etc., and you've been making mistakes, you've been claiming content ID on material that you really don't own, hey man, stop stealing people's money. If you do this stuff the right way, you're gonna make it anyway, okay? You can join the membership plus, and again, I will do the work for you, and you're gonna get a free consultation every month just for joining. You're also gonna get the 2 books for free soon as you join the membership plus. All right, much love and respect. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.